In this presentation, I'm going to be showing you a remarkable phenomenon which you probably haven't seen before. It concerns a mysterious and very strong mathematical balance found within the genetic code table when the genetic code table is arranged as a cube. Here is the genetic code, and as you can see, there are 4 letters, T, C, A and G, and the 4 letters in DNA that make up DNA, T, C, A and G, are the 4 bases. Now, the DNA in every creature on the planet divides into triplets, and the different triplets code for different amino acids or for a stop signal. And these are the amino acids coded for by each triplet. So TTT codes for phenylalanine, TTA codes for leucine, and TTG codes for leucine, TCT codes for serine, and so on. And so here we have the complete genetic code table, which shows how each triplet of bases, called a codon, codes for particular amino acids or for the stop signal. 3 codons code for the stop signal, TGA, TAA and TAG. Now, what I did in this experiment is I counted the frequency of occurrence of each codon within DNA for human chromosome 8. Now, human chromosome 8 has 146 million bases, of which 145 million are have been recorded. The remainder are ends. Anyway, what we do now is we count the frequency of occurrence of each codon. So I created some software to do that, and here is the software. Now, when we run the program, what it's doing is counting the frequency of each codon that makes up the genetic code table. There are 64 codons altogether, 64 possible combinations of 3 bases. And what the software is doing is looping through chromosome 8 and counting the number of times each codon occurs. And you can see that in the central text box here, and here you can see it's counting at a rate of around about 100,000 bases per second, and these are the total number of bases that it's gone through so far. The first thing we notice already is that TTT occurs with approximately the same frequency as AAA, which is its complementary reverse complement, and TTC occurs with the same frequency as GAA, and so on. TTA occurs with the same frequency as TAA, TTG the same frequency as CAA. All of these codons and these codons are the reverse complement of one another. So the codons in the right column are the reverse complement of the codons in the left column. And as you can see, the ratio is already approximating 1 for all of these pairs. Anyway, these are the frequencies of the codons for the entire genetic code table, and down this side we have the first codon, here, the first base in each codon, the second base and the third base. So it's going to take maybe another minute until it completes the entire chromosome 8. So just wait for that to complete. What I've done here is I've put the frequency of each codon and the frequency of its reverse complement next to one another, so you can clearly see that they're occurring with approximately equal frequency, so that the frequency of any codon is equal to the frequency of occurrence of its reverse complement. NNN are the as yet undetermined bases within, or codons within, this particular chromosome. There you are, it's complete. So we now have the entire chromosome 8 counted for each codon, and we can take these figures here and then arrange them as follows. So if we now go back to here, what I did was, because there's 64 codons in the genetic code table, which is 4 times 4 times 4 codons, it seems that we could arrange them in the form of a 4 times 4 times 4 cube, which is what I did. And here is the arrangement that I used. So we have the first base in the codon is T here, second base is TCAG, and the third base TCAG down this side. And repeating this for the first codon, which is C, then first codon, which is A, the first base, which is C, the first base, which is A, the first base, which is G. And we end up with a cube which has been sliced into 4 vertical sections. Now, what I wanted to do next was look at, so I counted the frequency. These are the frequencies of each of the codons, which I just showed you I obtained using the software. The software I used was written in Visual Basic, which is a simple computer language, and I created a Windows Forms project with that software. So what I've done now is I've arranged these numbers so that they match this layout, and we end up with these. So this is the first vertical section of the cube, the second vertical section, the third vertical section, and the fourth vertical section. So every cube has 6 faces, and what I wanted to do next was sum the frequency of occurrence of codons belonging to each face. So that's left, right, top, bottom, front, back. Now here is the left face of the cube highlighted in red. So these are the codons that form the left face of the cube, and they sum to 144,33014. Then I did the right face of the cube, which is all of these highlighted in red, and these sum to 9698247. Then I did the same for the top face, which is all of these codons, and these sum to 144,27797, and the bottom face, which sums to 9703453. And finally I did it for the front face, which is all of these codons, and they sum to 144,35703, and for the back face, which is these codons, which sum to 9699259. Now what I did was I then summed the left and plus the right, in other words the opposite faces, and they came to 241,31261. The top and bottom came to 241,31250, and the front and back come to 241,34962. So you can see that they're extremely close counts. So what we can see is that what we have here is a Rubik Cube, where the sum of the frequencies of occurrence of the codons on opposite faces of this cube is always the same. It's God's Rubik Cube. This is the result for chromosome 8, and I will soon repeat the procedure for each of the other human chromosomes and also for non-human chromosomes to see if we get the same results. The source of the chromosome can be found on the NCBI website using this link, and it will take you directly to where I got the DNA for chromosome 8. So if we click on this, you can see chromosome 8 is here, and as I said, this particular chromosome consists of about 146 million bases, and they're all listed here, and you can download it by clicking on, when it's finished downloading, a box will appear here, and you'll be able to save it as a .faster or .txt file, which you can then put into the software. Now, I put the code for the software that I am using here, so you can see all the code is here, so you just can copy and paste this into a Visual Basic project and create a text box, or 3 text boxes actually, and it will do exactly what you saw in the video. So this discovery is quite interesting, since what we have is a Rubik's Cube where the opposing faces always sum to the same. The top and the bottom, left and right, front and back. It's a bit of a mystery, so I'm just posting this, and we'll post further videos concerning this incredibly strange Rubik Cube that exists within human DNA.